Broadcast on mine. And get off of it. I'm not even on. I'm on that one.
Which one?
I said cable Wi-Fi.
Cable Wi-Fi.
Huh? Yeah, that's what it said.
What do you mean cable Wi-Fi?
I don't know. It's just cable Wi-Fi. I don't even know if it's open internet.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's like see something.
Yeah. Oh, the CB1.
That's the one you're on?
No, I'm on. It's cable Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I know that one. Okay, we're back up.
All right, we are back. We are back. Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ain't it?
Yeah, the internet keeps cutting in and out, but this is live radio, so you know we're live because you can see it. You know, things happen. We're waiting on Murph to call us back, give us his final thoughts on the East and basketball. Go, so you more interested or less interested or about the same with the NBA?
I'm about the same. It's the Golden State Warriors are going to win it. Unless they have a couple of like
major injuries.
Yeah, I don't see anybody beating them.
Do you like the Warriors when they when you see them play? Do you enjoy watching them play? Last night the Warriors,
they're the same to me. Like I don't really watch the Warriors play.
Now, Coach V, you talked about basketball and the way it's being played now. Are you uncomfortable with the way it's being played? Do you not like the way? Because when I was younger, it was always about getting a high percentage shot. Now it's about who can outshoot whom.
Well, I think, like they say, you have to either evolve or become obsolete. So with the way the game has evolved, I think we are seeing different ways of how we imagine or how we think basketball could be. Most definitely, I do like the way teams like the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs play. I like to see not just ball movement, but I like to see player movement. However, I can appreciate when a team takes someone like a James Harden who has a singular talent and puts the proper pieces around them and watch it work being executed and see how it works when it works. What I can't abide by is when I see teams that clearly don't have a clue in terms of what personnel they have and how these personnel should be best utilized to get the most out of them so they can play an effective game, effective brand of basketball. Or when a team says, oh, well, this is how this team has succeeded, so we're just going to do what they did, and not you realizing that it only works because you have a certain type of player. If you don't have that certain, I'm not saying they have to be as talented as that other player, but if you don't have a certain type of player that can do the certain type of things that are needed to run that certain type of offense, then what you have is like a dumpster fire is what they.
All right, Murph, welcome back. Sorry for that. Can you please stop hanging up on us, man? I know we ain't agreeing that much tonight, but you keep cutting our internet. I don't know what the heck you're doing.
You're blaming the victim again, man. Stop it.
All right, hey, Murph, talk to me about the Golden State Warriors last night. I mean, are they hitting on all cylinders? They look like they're an unstoppable force. Are you interested when the Warriors play? Are you excited? Do you like watching them play? A game like that, when they're playing the Lakers, they're probably going to win. You know that going in. Do you watch games like that?
I watch a little bit of it. I try to catch some of the highlights, the in-game highlights. But, yeah, I'm not going to sit there and watch the whole game. Like you said, we all knew who was going to win that game. But I do, in general, I like watching them. And when the playoffs come, I'll enjoy watching them smash everybody and get their, what is it, what will be their third title in a row?
I think so, right? Yeah. Because they won last year.
I think it's inevitable.
The greatest team ever in history.
East, but I do like the East. I like Toronto and I like Boston. I think they could make it somewhat interesting,
against
maybe, in the final.
They're going to make it interesting against themselves.
True that.
But when they get to the finals, it's not going to be interesting.
Yeah, how many games do you think it'll take them in the final, whoever they play?
They're
5 max.
They sweeping whoever they play. Yeah.
Let me look. The Bucks, Raptors, Pacers. Yeah, I don't see any of these teams beating the Warriors. Or
the only way they don't
tough.
sweep them is if the team wins like Game 4 because they want to win it back at home.
All right. Now I want to ask you about this Kyrie Irving stuff from last week. What is he talking about, man? Is he nuts? Does he really think too much of himself? What are your thoughts on Kyrie Irving talking about? He was talking smack on the younger players. Meanwhile, he's only 24. Trying to say that they don't know how to win championship. They don't know what it takes to win a championship, of which you only have one that you won with LeBron, by the way. And they need to do this, that, and the third. By the way, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without you. I mean, what's going on with Kyrie?
No, I understand what he's saying.
What is he saying, Ghost?
Like, they made it to the final. Maybe they did last year, but they probably aren't playing the same way to get that back this year.
Maybe he's the problem.
Maybe they took it for granted.
He wasn't there, and they did it without him.
Yeah, but you still have to maintain a level of play to get back there.
Murph, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. To me, I was shaking my head when I heard him talking like that.
Laughed.
I don't understand where he's coming from. I mean, like you said, they made it. They just almost were they were a game away from the finals without you.
Right.
So the whole ride. So to me, I took it like.
I mean,
obviously we know he's a great player. Okay, he's a great player, great scorer, great offensive player, great handle, and all that. But to me, I feel like you could tell that he's a little insecure of how well he did last year, and he wants to come back. I'm the man. He's almost kind of saying it was a fluke for them to make it last year, but now, they with him there, they're expected to do all this stuff, so they have to put it together. I thought, to me, it was like similar to the Kevin Durant thing, where Kevin Durant blew up at Draymond Green because he didn't get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think these guys are a little insecure. They want to be known as the man, and they let it get to their feelings a little bit. I thought the interesting thing is that Jaylen Brown came out when he was in Brooklyn, and he after the game they asked him, people asked him about Kyrie's comments, and he just kept saying, "Listen, man, it starts at the top. The best players on the team, they gotta make players better. That should be what it's about. Ask yourself if you're making people better. It's not about the young. It's not about the old. It's about making each other better and playing as a team. And it starts at the top. He kept saying it starts at the top, and I took that to mean Kyrie. He needs to step his game up and be more unselfish. And then that next game that they played, I forget who it was.
Kyrie went
Toronto,
off.
when they beat Toronto. He had like 17 assists, so I guess it
did.
worked.
Okay. Now,
first of all, I hate Boston.
excuse me.
Any Boston team, so I love when they crumble. I laugh because you ran out of Cleveland because you wanted to be the man on the team.
Right.
So
that's what I'm saying.
That's why I just laughed at that because now
That's what I'm saying. Now you understand what the pressure is.
Yeah, so that's what he said. He understands what LeBron.
And
had to do.
he said he called LeBron.
Right.
But my thing is,
Right.
I thought it was funny. But I told somebody who was a Boston fan before.
Some people said that he got that from LeBron, like that whole attitude.
But I can see
that's
that.
probably how LeBron was talking when he was in Cleveland.
Well, I'm
and then
sure.
he goes to Boston. He wants to be the same as LeBron.
But here's the thing.
But I said I had a friend who's a Boston fan. I told him before the season, after the season, he's like, "Oh, well, we getting Kyrie back and Hayward back, and we should be better." I said, "You're incorporating two new people. Like, so
mess
who's gonna
up the
come off
flow.
the bench?
Yeah.
Who are you gonna take off? Who are you gonna take out of the starting five? Who took you to one game of the finals and say now you're gonna sit and come off as a sixth man because this person." We were paying him more money than you. I said it's not easy just to incorporate that talent back into the flow of the offense.
Right.
I agree.
I mean, Hayward was a waste of money. That's a lot of money, man. I ain't gonna say waste of money. I ain't gonna say waste of money. He came out at the right time.
Cousins situation, though. He's coming back from a crazy injury. Obviously, he's not 100%.
I don't even think
right
he was
now.
worth that much money when he signed last year when he was healthy.
Waste of money.
I think he came out at the right time when free agency really wasn't that. He was the best player at that time.
Yeah, when there was a jump in the
the salary cap.
Yeah, the salary cap from the TV money. Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't like he was KD coming out where you could get this much money. No, he's a good player, but was he worth that big contract?
Now, Murph, I also want to ask you.
Well,
go ahead, Murph.
Yeah, no, I think Boston's gonna be fine. Brad Stevens is really still. He's been experimenting the whole season. He's been all these different lineups. Like you said, he's put Hayward on the bench. He's put Brown on the bench. Got the Morris twins starting. Sometimes he got Marcus Smart starting. So it's almost like he hasn't really figured out what their lineup is yet. And there's still 11 games over.
I guess his genius ain't working out this year, like that, huh? Brad Stevens, the genius. He's the mastermind. Hey, come on.
Oh man, Ghost, you are something else. I had one more question for you, but Ghost made me lose my damn train of thought. I'm listening. You're crazy.
I actually think Milwaukee can come out of the East.
I picked Toronto, and I'm still I'm standing by Toronto.
Toronto got to make me a believer. They do this every year.
That's true, but they win 50 games every year.
Every year, and then
they
what
got a
happens
new
to get
coach.
to the playoffs?
They got a new coach. They got Kawhi. You know,
Yeah, but
Kawhi better than people give him credit for.
absolutely.
But something's going on up in Toronto as far as like him not playing when he's perfectly healthy.
He's saving himself for next year.
You know, something is not right. And I get that you saving yourself for next year, but that's what you want to do. The team has to look out what they need to do for their best interest. Like if you're healthy and we're not playing you and we're losing games that we possibly we could have won if you were there, then you may say, oh, that's 1 or 2 games or 3 games here or there, but that brings down our percentage points so that, you know, we may not get home court in the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm all for, you know, as a team, you want to work with your players to make sure that, you know, you keep their best interest, but and you both have the mutual concern of, you know, winning. But at the end of the day, if I'm the organization, I cannot be concerned with one person over the team, because guess what? The team was here before you, is going to be here after you. So therefore, I have to make sure it's in the best possible position to move forward, that we're in the best possible position come playoff time. Like we get home court advantage, especially if it's there for us to take and not just be like, oh, well, you know, it doesn't work that way.
Now, Murph, you spoke about Kevin Durant earlier and the problems that, you know, they had early in the season with Draymond Green. We had Scoop B, just like you had him on the Bros Pod with the great Bill Rhoden, the Hall of Fame journalist Bill Rhoden. You had Brandon Scoop B. What was Brandon's last name? I can't remember.
Robinson.
That's what I thought. Brandon Scoop B. Robinson. He came on our show. He did a great job here. Did he tell you there were reports? And I listened to the podcast. Where did he say Kevin Durant was going?
He said he's been saying the Lakers. That's been one of his. Yeah, that's one of his scoops for a while.
Now he's been reporting that for a while. I'm hearing that Kevin Durant may want to come to New York. Are you hearing anything about that?
I did. I don't know. I didn't hear that. I never really heard that. You hear? I mean, I guess some people are saying it. I haven't heard it from a credible source. But to me, it would make a lot of sense if you really want to prove you're the man. Come take the Knicks to the finals. Then you'll be worshipped.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, they asked me. I said, "Look, does Kevin Durant want to be the man, or does he want to be? Does he want to be Batman, or does he want to be Robin?
Who?
Right?
Why? What would
you
you
really want to
him
prove
on?
yourself?
You got to rebuild that whole team.
To the promised land.
Say it again, Murph.
If you really want to prove yourself, take the Knicks to the promised land.
There you go.
You got to rebuild that whole team.
If you get the Knicks, if Kevin Durant was to come here,
you got Porzingis when he comes back.
That's what I'm saying. You got Porzingis. You got Kevin Cox, who's looking.
Porzingis, what's wrong with him?
You mean Knox?
Not Kevin Knox. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Porzingis?
What do you have? A torn? What was his injury?
ACL.
He'll be back. He'll be back. He's young. He'll be back. And he'll be back strong.
7-footer with leg problems, huh?
It's a knee problem, not a foot problem.
Okay, whatever.
Knee, foot, wheel, whatever.
Still pounding on it.
Still a wheel.
He might be like, I'm out.
Listen, if Kevin Durant was to come here and to New York and let's say
they both play the 4
finals,
don't they both play the 4?
Yeah.
What about Brooklyn? Brooklyn has 2 max slots. Are they going to get anybody?
No.
But it's not the same as if he would do it with the Knicks. You come to the Knicks and you let's say they happen to win a championship. I mean, they'll build statues.
They're not.
To Kevin Durant.
They're not.
He's not getting no statue. He might get a statue in Golden State. I don't know, but I'm telling you, I just heard that talking. All right, Murph, before we let you go and get out of here, we want to thank you for your time. You know your family, you're always welcome here. But let the people know where they can find you and Bros Pod. Tell them where they can find the next Bros Pod podcast.
Yeah, check us out. Bros Pod, Bill Rhoden on Sports, iTunes. We got one coming out this week, probably, talking about the NFL, black quarterbacks, black coaches, a whole bunch of things of that nature. Let me give a shout out to Serena Williams. She's currently about to finish off Pliskova and move into the semifinals of the Australian Open, and she's going to play. Guess who in the semifinals?
Naomi Osaka.
Yep, Naomi Osaka.
Wow.
The woman who beat her in the U.S. Open. So that's going to be fun.
That is going to be fun. Thank you for that, Murph. That's good information right there. That's why we keep you around, brother, because you got all that good information. All right, man. We appreciate your time. We do not take it for granted, so thank you, brother, as always.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Murph. Have a great night.
You too.
All right, that's the great Jamal Murphy. Check him out on Bros Pod with the great Bill Roden on sports. I was fortunate enough to sit in with them a couple of times. They do a great job, and they talk about issues from an African-American perspective, from a black perspective, and unapologetically. So check them out. And you don't have to be black just to listen. They do a great job nonetheless. Folks, we do not take your time here for granted. We do appreciate your time. I love what I do. I'm glad to be back on this microphone. I am excited. I feel good. I feel energetic. Coach V, how do you feel?
I felt the same way coming in.
You know, Ghost, how do you feel?
About.
Huh? See,
Lord have mercy.
Oh, my goodness. And, folks, we'll get back next week. We'll come back at you. We're going to have some Super Bowl picks. You know, we're going to talk more football. We'll do the Super Bowl preview, all that good stuff. And, you know, we'll get at it, man. We'll do it again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Check us out 9 o'clock Tuesday nights. As we always say, you cannot play the game unless you are in the game. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Do you have a license to play that music?